Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the BDMMA channel, where hopefully you learn something watching. This is my mantra, and this video is not titled Broken Arm Surfing. It is GSP and Luke Rockhold's triangle / Kimura dilemma. So, I wanted to cover like two of my favorite submissions ever, and I'm trying to keep these pieces topical, but I want to show the variance between the triangulation of legs and offense from there that can still maintain like submission integrity, because I introduced the concept of triangle offense via Kevin Holland's win over Jacare Souza. But it was more about the triangle trap and the striking that came from it than it was conversions from. So there's an excellent inverted triangle from side control that you can do. I learned it as a Danaher Kimura. I don't think anyone will really argue with that. And there's a Kimura there often. There's also, if you're in guard or off your back, there's a way to do an Americana on the arm that's now trapped as well. So let's start with one of my favorites of all time, Mr. George St. Pierre. Now look at his knee come up before he switches his left over for the Harai Goshi on Matt Hughes. This was their third fight, and certainly when George pulled ahead, there's the triangulation of the legs, and Matt wisely puts his arms together. But Henzo Fam, call this the Danaher Kimura. That's how I learned it. I'm okay with the nomenclature. Khabib finished Michael Johnson with it, and here he is. He's going to pull it up and out. Now see, he had to have his leg like that, so that this is like the old, I guess, don't pass to mount from side control position, but it's really a lure into a trap as George hasn't locked out yet. So the right foot to hip, it's imperative so that Matt couldn't roll completely out here, and now he can lock out the arm and get the verbal tap. Beautiful submission from George there. Now this is Rockhold off of the single leg sprawl. And the most impressive thing that he had to do there first was weave his leg through. He weaves his leg in and uses the belly roll defense, which is, I think, what it's called in normal wrestling circles. He uses his kind of dexterity here to get up and over, and that ends up looking like a belly whizzer, actually. This may be the most minute detail, but he keeps the pressure down until lifting to sneak his left leg behind the right elbow here of Boetsch. So see there, and now he can grab and readjust triangle, and he's still got his hands around the waist. So now the inverted triangle is locked up, and it's either going to end the night via submission or just wasted energy, depending on the angle of the triangle, as I'm sure you're also hearing. This cross ankle serves a few masters, but it could aid in turning Boetsch, but it also hinders him from moving forward and or moving anywhere really. But now, if the legs and hips of Luke scoop back and he can immobilize the leg, he'll create the space for a 2-on-1 or hammer lock, Kimura trap, whatever you want to call. And there he was actually elbowing the kidney as well. And Tim can still hide the right arm using his left to relieve pressure, but Luke needs to drop the right hip and isolate right here. And he went left, and now he needs to get away from the cage. And here's the separation I kind of pointed out that he needed on Tim's right arm, so he can get, I guess, what is an overhook from there, but then he needs to connect his hands. So the carotid's threatened. He just needs the hook and posture, and that arm is his. And the trick here is, once he does have a grip on it, just like that, the trick is to lift the arm with the 2-on-1 up and away from their body using your own body's mechanism. This is prime Rockhold. He was just a grappling whiz. Very smart to readjust the grip there, and this way he's going to have way more torque. See how he's kind of trying to go vertical, but there's nowhere now between the space and Tim. So this allows Luke to lessen the bucking as concaving and the body, which coming up the arm that's pinned, it's going to hurt worse if he bucks up. So here he is, and he's straightening out his legs. So he may have been thinking crucifix here. I don't think so, but he wanted to re-grip the Kimura and reset the triangle too. Check this out. So he's got the pressure on. He knows it's already pretty much checkmate. Right there, toes out and curled. And now as he turns towards us, the viewer, both submissions are going to gain efficacy from this angle. See this? Luke's going to turn his left hip toward us. And now the right hand covers the left thumb, touching index finger of the other hand, of the same hand, and the pinky knuckle of the opposite hand. Especially with MMA gloves, your grips are pretty imperative to efficacy on submission. So here's a quick cap, and then we're gone. So first a sneaky leg through the invert, beautiful readjustment. I want to remind you. I know people are saying they have to watch these things like five times now, and I just wanted to thank everyone for watching. Thanks for my patrons, especially in the BDMA Club. We are 10 patrons and 10 club members away from me podcasting. 20 total. That's all I need. And that Harai Goshi was so nice. The Kimura and the Triangle Dilemma via GSP and a prime Luke Rockhold. And this really cemented George's legacy. It was a beautiful arm lock. And this is how Luke finished it. And his hips were key there as well. And I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the flip side. New release coming tomorrow. This will start out as a BD Club release, and we'll go from there. All right, thanks everyone for watching. Cheers.